If there's one metal which is shining bright these days, it is gold. It's glittering, it's in demand, and gold prices are soaring. 10 grams of gold, which cost just 26,000 rupees 10 years ago, is now worth 1,30,000. The increase in demand is due to various reasons, including central bank buying, fluctuations in global markets caused by uncertainty triggered by wars, and of course, the festive season in India has just kicked off. Now, while the sale of gold during Navratri was sluggish, it has picked up. So much so that some reports suggest there could be a shortage that jewelry makers could run into. And I'm sure the question on your mind is, should you buy? So I thought we should try to find the answer to that question by asking someone who might know. I'm joined by Arun Narayan, Senior Vice President, Tanishq. Thank you so much, Arun, for taking the time and talking to us.
Thank you, Abhishek. Great to be here with you.
You must be a very busy man these days because, jewelry is flying off the shelf, and especially after the slow start that we saw during Navratri has changed.
Yeah, so since the 22nd of last month, it's been a pretty good run so far. Very positive and very, very promising for the blockbuster weekend that we have ahead with Dhanteras on Saturday.
Right. And Dhanteras is that big day when, most Indians try and buy the jewelry that they're looking forward to buy during festive season, right?
Absolutely. It's the most auspicious day of the year, and it's also the biggest day for all jewelers in the country, and certainly for us as well.
Right. And in terms of, response from across the country, are there regions where you're seeing more of an uptake, or is the picture pretty much the same across the country?
Yeah. So, Abhishek, we do find a dispersion every festive. There is always some parts of the country doing better. But this year, I must say that it's been a very uniformly good festive season so far across smaller towns, metros, tier one cities, and across geographies across the country. So it's been pretty uniform, pretty good. And the response and what we are expecting also the next few days is really promising across. So it's been that kind of a festive period so far.
All right. No, that's great to hear. Also, I was reading some reports and they suggested that we could, going forward in the next few days, perhaps weeks, could run into a bullion shortage. Is that a possibility?
Can't really take a punt on that, or can't really call on that. Really, what we are focused on is the consumer sentiment that we are seeing, which is partly a pent-up demand of people who are waiting for the best time to buy, and what better time than festive. And those who are wanting to see which way gold prices would move, because it's been an unprecedented move so far this year. And since the start of festive, it's only been moving in one direction, which is up and up. So it has brought people who've been waiting on the sidelines, and it has also brought people who perhaps were thinking of buying down the line post-festive during the wedding season. So a bit of advancement that we are seeing, and a lot of pent-up demand that's also playing out at this point.
All right. And at this point in time, what's really surprising is the fact that, generally when we buy gold, everybody tries to buy at low and want to, hold it for as long as they can. Indians are known to hold gold for as long as they can in the family. It's seen as an investment. Of course, jewelry is also bought a lot. But all of that, given the price where it is, which is at 1,30,000 per 10 gram, which has jumped from 26,000 odd rupees just 10 years ago, is already a massive jump. Despite this, we're seeing this increase in demand. What do you think is driving this?
Yeah, I think the appreciation in gold over the last 6 months, 1 year, 2 years really has reinforced India's belief in gold as an investment class, but also a safe haven, to store as a storehouse of value. But more than that, I think the household love for gold, the festive season, the initiatives taken, I think, by the government on GST, which has placed more money in the hands of people. So there is a certain sentiment towards consumption, and there's a certain belief that gold will be that safe place to kind of as a storehouse of value going forward as well. And if I were to make a plug for Tanishq here, clearly two moves that we've made: a beautiful collection called Mriganka, which really has been extremely imaginative, and the public service message that we've given out in the interest of nation building as well through Sachin Tendulkar, which is the best way to buy jewelry is really through recycling and exchange. And these messages have resonated very well with consumers, bringing them back into the category, we would think.
Right. Why don't you tell us more about 0% deduction in gold exchange offers? So just elaborate on that. Explain to us what it is.
Yeah. So on the exchange front, I mean, as we are aware, households in India are estimated to hold about 25,000 tons of gold, whilst our annual import is about 750 to 800 tons. So really, we can go for years without really importing gold if we were to just recycle. And what we have this festive is really gold exchange from 9 carat upwards. So pretty much every caratage of gold we welcome to be exchanged at Tanishq with no hidden charges or no deduction at full value. And the way also we go about valuing your gold is by melting it, by showing you the weight as well as the caratage and a carat meter. So really welcoming all jewelry that you've bought over the ages, including ancestral gold that you may have bought, which may not be usable, idling away in a locker. And that's really the best way to buy jewelry. And the value, of course, is the same for the old gold as well as the new jewelry you buy. And importantly, the new jewelry is from an exciting collection that we have launched, as well as a whole lot of lightweight jewelry that we've brought out for this festive, all of which is hallmarked and therefore assuring future generations of that value through hallmarking.
Right. And talking about, the buying which is coming in, which segments are you seeing the increase most, whether it is in this 50,000 rupees category or 50,000 to 1 lakh? If you can elaborate a little bit on that front.
Yeah. So a lot of purchases we are seeing are at the higher price.
Okay.
It's about 2 lakhs and above across both gold and diamonds. So there is
Wow.
certainly an audience who's coming back, who's coming into the category, at this point in time. But there's a lot of collections that we have, which is lightweight jewelry for everyday wear. And we are hoping that closer to festive, closer to Dhanteras, we will find that audience also back in stores. So pretty much we'll be able to call this maybe on Sunday or on Monday morning. But there's also a lot of demand for bullion and coins. And I think all jewelers, including us, will find it difficult to keep pace with the demand on coins as well. And we're really hoping for this to play out even stronger on the day of Dhanteras when it's auspicious to make that purchase.
Any special preparations you might have made for Dhanteras Day?
I think a lot of it, including stores opening at 7 a.m. in the morning and being open till whenever customers are there in stores. And typically we do find stores being open till 11 and 12 based on the traffic that we have, as well as ensuring availability of product, ensuring that you can buy also in a safe, secure manner in our stores, which also is important to ensure the experience of buying beyond just the jewelry you buy. So a lot of customers have already placed orders with us, which we will be delivering on that day. Some of it in the store, some of it home delivery. But we are also opening doors as early as 7 to customers who wish to shop early in the day. So really, really looking forward to the big day. And thankful that the momentum that we have with us as we are getting into Dhanteras is also extremely positive. And hoping that it sustains beyond Dhanteras into the wedding season that we will see in the months of November until the middle of December.
Okay. And one last question to you as a customer, potential customer at least, because frankly, so far, I have not walked into a jewelry store in my life till this point. But if I were to walk into a Tanishq store, let's say come Dhanteras Day, the experience of jewelry buying, at least if I were to imagine that, could be very overwhelming. So what will I see? What will I hear? What will I find in a Tanishq store as I walk in on Dhanteras Day?
Okay, so Abhishek, you must walk in to a jewelry store and we welcome you to any of our 500 stores across the country. And what we expect to see is people walking into our stores as early as 7 o'clock
Mhm.
and either picking up what they've already kind of set aside or selecting jewelry that we have for them at the store. So the store would be organized also in a different way that day, decorated
Right.
extremely well to welcome you with festive decorations. And right through the day, you're going to have customers in. So you shouldn't be surprised if you walk in at 11 in the morning and find stores uh, quite full. And during the peak time from 4 p.m. onwards, I think it's going to be a full house that we are hoping to find. But we are all set and organized to ensure that we address every customer as well as we could to make sure that the Dhanteras purchase is a memorable one.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time, talking to us, and of course, all the best.
Thank you, Abhishek. Happy Diwali to you and everyone in your team.
Happy
And
Diwali to you too. Thank you.